Valorant just released a new map and you're a Sova main. What does that mean? It's time to learn some lineups. In this video, we're going to go over some crucial lineups that you should know as a Sova main to become the most valuable asset to any team. So let's get started. The first dart in our quiver is straight for A cave. You can do this right at the start of the round, and as a defender, you can shoot it straight into A cave to get early info on whether the attacking team is there or not. Now, as we know, Breeze is a very open map, and you can attack from multiple different ways and angles, but narrowing it down early on will make it very easy for you to find out where the defending team is going. And guys, we all know the faster the defending team knows where the attackers are going, the more time they have to set up and rotate to lock down the site. So guys, this is very crucial and it's super easy to do. For this arrow, you're going to have to back yourself up between the crate and the tree. Then aim your left mouse indicator box. The top left corner has to touch this shrub right here. Then you're going to hold it down for 2 bars, no bounce, and this will send the arrow through a skylight into A cave. You can use this right when the round starts for some awesome early info in A cave. The next arrow we're going to do is a lot more difficult, but it's a lot better because we're going to be able to find out from the tunnel who's in mid. And this can be very valuable because you'll see them when they can't even see you. So let's look at how it works. For this arrow, precision is everything. We're going to line up the corner of the balcony in the corner of this gap in the roof. Then we're going to take our same left mouse indicator box and we're going to line it up with a speck of dust on this metal ceiling. The speck of dust has to be just slightly in the mouse indicator box, and then we're going to hold it down for 1 bar, 1 bounce, and we're going to get it right on the satellite dish to pretty much show us who's on mid. The best part about this arrow is that when you do find someone, you can wallbang them through this metal panel. You don't need anything special, even a classic can get the job done, making this arrow very versatile. Alright, the third arrow in our quiver is more of a retake arrow, and the reason why is because from defender spawn, you'll be able to tell who's on B site. Now, as an attacker, obviously getting to defender spawn is kind of tricky, and you won't be using this very often. And as a defender, if you're just starting the round, you won't be using this to see who's on B site because you'll have that lockdown with your teammates. So this is more of, if they get on B site, how do you find out where someone's hiding? Unlike the last arrow, this arrow isn't hard to execute, but the positioning is hard to find. You're going to look for 3 rocks that are aligned this way in the tunnel behind B site. Once you find these rocks, you're going to align the last rock with the middle of your crosshair, and then you're going to look up in the sky for this V shape in the plants. You're going to align your crosshair right in the middle of that V shape. You're going to shoot your arrow with 2 bar, no bounce to see who's hiding in this corner on B site. Alright guys, and now the 4th and 5th arrow are 2 different variants on the same positioning. One is going to be a single bounce that'll show you exactly who's coming out of the tunnel into mid, and the second one will show you who's coming out of attacker spawn into mid. Both of these are very crucial for finding important hiding spots from the attacking team, so that way you're not blindsided by an attack that you didn't see. So let's get started on the 4th arrow. Now this arrow is actually pretty simple. All you have to do is back yourself up into this corner and then aim at the bottom left corner of this metal panel. And you're going to have to use full 3 bars with 1 bounce to get yourself intel right above this tunnel. The 5th arrow is almost the same as the 4th. We're going to be in the same position. The only difference is being that we're going to hit the middle of the metal panel instead of the bottom corner, and we're going to use 2 bounces instead of 1 to show us who's entering mid through attacker spawn. Our 6th arrow is probably the easiest one in this video. All you need to remember is this little dimple on this rock. This can be used for taking A site back from A cave, or you can use this to enter A site from A cave. So it has multiple purposes and it's super easy. Alright, and now our 7th arrow is a little bit of an important one, especially if you're attacking B site. You can use this arrow to see who's on the left-hand side, so all you have to pay attention to is on the right-hand side. So as a Sova, shoot the arrow and run in. You'll be a little bit faster if you run in, so you want to give it a little bit of a buffer period. But as soon as the arrow lands, peek right, arrow will cover your left side, and then you'll know exactly who's surrounding you. Our 7th arrow is a bit of a doozy, but it is important to know. All you need to do is line up the second line in our charge bar with this little shrub right here. This arrow is really good at letting us know who's on the left side when we enter B site, so all we have to focus on is the right side, making it a lot easier to take the site.
There they are. No more to oppose us.
Alright guys, and our 8th arrow is a retake arrow on A site. This one is when you're coming from defender spawn and, you know, A site's been overrun by attackers, so all you do is you go back to the same position as where we did the A cave arrow. The only difference is you have to crouch and aim perfectly. Like the first arrow, we're going to back up between the crate and the tree for this arrow as well. To get this lineup perfect, we're going to have to crouch and use the inside of our charge bar, the wider part, to line up with this shrub. and then we're going to hit it for 1 bounce and full charge. What this will do is it'll get the arrow straight onto sight in the air and give us a great overview of sight.
Death is cold, friend.
Alright guys, and our 9th and final arrow is one that I came up with and I'm super proud of it. This is how we can retake A site or get info when we're trying to push on A site from mid. And I know we don't see a lot of arrows going through the double doors, but I think that's a wasted opportunity, and we have a circular pillar in the middle, so we're going to take maximum advantage, and this is what it looks like. Now this arrow is a little bit tricky. We're going to line up our crosshair with a point where the grass ends on this wall. Then we're going to look up at the pillar, and there's this little faded dimple that we're going to aim at, and we're going to go 2 bounces with a full charge bar, and that'll get onto A site and give us a good overview of who's there.
There they are.
These 9 Sova lineups are crucial to being amazing on Breeze, and yes, as time goes on and more people play Breeze, we'll learn more lineups that are even better, but for now, this is a great starting point. And guys, don't forget to leave a comment down below on what I should do next. Do you guys want to see another Recon Dart video on a different map, or should do some Shock Dart videos and other techniques on this map? And guys, before we end the video, if you guys like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe with bell notifications turned on so you guys get the latest videos right when they're released. And if you guys didn't know, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/KyleUnleashed. I stream every Sundays and Wednesdays, and I play Valorant, maybe some other games sometimes, but mostly Valorant content. So make sure you guys stop by and say hi, and if you guys have any questions, ask there. It's an awesome time, and we love to see you guys there. And lastly, guys, we have an awesome Discord server, which I highly recommend you join. We do everything from gaming to tech to other life questions. It's an awesome community full of wonderful individuals, and I'd love to see you guys join. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.